Hi, this is Karen O'Brien, and I'd like to do a quick video with you to talk about loading projects with the new plugin, okay, because things have changed a little bit. So, back with version 1.15 of the plugin, we would instruct you to either double-click this file or drag and drop this file onto the map. I'm going to show you what happens if I do that now. If I double-click this file, it's going to try to load in QGIS, and it's going to say that, well, let's just go ahead and click auto find and click apply changes and see if that'll load. So now you see it loaded, but it says that an error has occurred. And look, the widget didn't load. The FLO-2D widget did not load, okay? So I'm not going to worry too much about this error. It's just saying that uh, there's something wrong with this new geopackage thing, okay? That's because we don't load the project from that QGZ file anymore using the FLO-2D Gila plugin. All right, let's go ahead and show you how we do that. What we do now is we click the FLO-2D button and we click Open FLO-2D Project. And then we select the geopackage from the previous version of the plugin and click open. It's going to recognize right away that this plugin is outdated and it's going to start loading it. Now while that's doing that, I'm going to show you the documentation for the new plugin. Okay, so the new documentation is here. Installation and setup, FLO-2D Gila documentation, FLO-2D version 1.15 plugin documentation, and the new FLO-2D Gila tutorials. Okay. All right. So what happens is now that now the FLO-2D plugin structure, or the geopackage structure for the new FLO-2D plugin has loaded, and you have an opportunity to add some details to your project. Whoops. And you can see here that that's the version of the plugin we're using. And it looks like I've got the demo version of FLO-2D installed. That's fine. And this is the version of QGIS we're using. Okay. Now it's importing the old plugin into FLO-2D. All right. Now that is how you open an old project and port it. Now, when you save it, you see that it already saved it, but you can see that it is now loaded, but the name slightly changed. So you can see here that the name is now got the version of the plugin adapted to it. Actually, that needs to be 1.0.1, but that's okay. Okay, now what happened to the data that we had in the previous project? Well, we lost the connection to that data. So we do need to reload that data if we're going to need it with the project. So for example, I'm going to load two projects to show you how this new system works. So if you reconnect to your old data by dragging and dropping it onto the map, you are going to then click Save, the Save button, and you're going to get this message. So the message is just letting you know that your data can be committed to the geopackage or it can be saved as a path. So let's click Yes, and we're going to commit one layer to the geopackage and retain one layer as a path. So if I commit the layer to the geopackage, that is going to replace the current file with data by copying it into the geopackage. So if I click OK, what's going to happen is that this layer will become disconnected from the map, and this layer remains connected to the map. So this elevation data is a whole new layer just copied into the geopackage. Now, this layer is still connected to that path up to that old shapefile. So if I made a modification to this, it would modify this shapefile because I didn't move it over to that other side of the geopackage manager. So and you can get back to that by just selecting the geopackage management tool, and then you could add that over here if you wanted to keep that project domain with the project. However, I don't typically like to do that because when I'm finished with that project domain, it actually gets copied into this layer. So I'm actually finished with it. I don't need this template anymore. So I can remove that layer using the standard QGIS remove system. right? And now I can click Save, and it will remember that I no longer want that layer to be connected to my project. Now, if I were to try to remove this layer using the standard QGIS remove system, if you were to go to your browser window and connect, let me disconnect this to show you how to do this, and then connect this GeoPackage browser to your current GeoPackage, you will see that that elevation layer is still built into your GeoPackage. And if you wanted to get that back on your map, you just drag and drop it like that. And then you go back to your layers list and you put that back down into your external layers or wherever you want it, and you click Save. And now the next time I load this project, this elevation data will be inside of this project. And if I wanted to move this project from this location, say to another computer or whatever I might want to do, I don't have to move it along with this file. I can just move it to another system. Let me show you. I'll just Control Exit, and I'll just like move it to my download folder or something. And why don't we just put it in here? Just delete that out of there. I'll just move that right here. Oh, sorry, it's still loaded. I gotta close it real quick. Okay, I'll move that right here. And now let me go back into QGIS, and this time I will use the Open FLO-2D, and this time we'll go to the download folder and open this guy just like this. And you can see that it comes right over with your elevation. You don't have to fix any paths. You don't have to move the elevation with the project. It's just part of the project now. And that is the new way to load and reload projects and save them. All right, thank you.